Please stand for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Tri-Creek School Corporation of Students, Staff, and Community endeavors to be a recognized leader for high achievement and exceptional growth. Innovative and equitable programs build upon strong community pride. Oh, I saw some facials. I must have had a mishap. And provide all students with well-rounded programs to prepare for student successes.
Pretty close.
Close enough.
We'll take it.
Well-rounded educational experience, but very good.
All right, I'll keep striving. And then when it is perfecto, which it was last week.
I would say the last one was.
But you're doing a great job.
But I'm going to challenge whoever gets tagged. It would be your edge.
You got that cup.
That could be my involvement in the board.
Right?
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Well, thank you.
I think our one person, we really appreciate you being at all the meetings. We do.
I appreciate being welcome, so thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see who you bring with.
Right?
I'm working on it.
Bring a friend program.
There we go. Is there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Public comment? Nope. Superintendent's report.
Yeah, I just wanted to report, first day for students is next Wednesday. I wanted to just make you aware, we have accepted 25 open enrollment students, which is up by approximately 5 or so from the previous year. We did deny 7. So kids can be denied admittance based on poor attendance, suspension, expulsion, or lack of capacity. And so we exercise 3 of those 4 categories. I think it's important for the public to know that we don't just set our bar low, but we have high expectation in the people that we accept. We do a thorough review upon their acceptance. So if you're wondering what communities they're coming from, 11 from Crown Point, 2 from Lake Village, 1 from Dyer, 2 from Thayer, 5 from Maryville, 2 from Sherrville, 1 from Cedar Lake, and 1 from DeMont. The next report is it'll coincide with Dr. Cleafish's report. He's got some information to share with NYSEC as the organization. The portion that pertains to Tri-Creek is we have 4 special ed teacher openings and 6 paraprofessional openings in special ed. And he'll elaborate more, I believe, on that. And that's basically the highlighted report. We have our first staff day on Monday, and at 2:15 in the high school auditorium we will have an all-district-wide meeting, and any of you are welcome to attend. Wear your t-shirt if you decide to show up.
2:15 on Monday.
2:15 on Monday.
This Monday?
And if you show up, just let me know so I can introduce you.
I'll wear my t-shirt, but I'm going to be at work.
Okay.
And
Sometimes I go to work.
in the high school gym.
Auditorium. And as a part of the student superintendent's report, and furthermore, there's a Lake Prairie update, so I'm going to defer to Dana to give you more detailed information on the projects that have been occurring over the summer.
Right, so school starts on Wednesday, and we're still working through some things over at Lake Prairie, but we will get there, let me say that. So as far as the HVAC project going on there, I was there on Wednesday. The gym was full of all our staging items that we pulled out of the classrooms. So I was very interested in knowing the update. And I know these projects, when this happens, our crew, the construction crew, they come together and make it happen. It will happen, I'll say that. Just on Wednesday, if we've had staff members that are sneaking in there to start setting up their classroom, you might hear like, oh my gosh, it looks like this. But like, as you know, these things overnight, we get that done, literally. So as far as the current HVAC itself, all systems are ready and ready to start moving air. So we did half the system, we powered half the system up on Wednesday, and then we powered the second half of the system up on Thursday so that we could troubleshoot anything. Tomorrow will be our first full fire up of the entire system for cooling in the building. We had a couple issues that we had to adjust with that second power up, but other than that, Jason says, Mr. Watson says that we should be up and rolling, and everything should be fine, especially for staff on Monday and Tuesday. Fan coils, air handlers, all installed and started up, bridge piping, ductwork, and ductwork insulation, that was all completed. Mr. Watson brought over a crew of 7 custodians to actually start cleaning. Those are district custodians there to start power cleaning areas as they complete them. Our floors have been covered. Dust is everywhere, of course, because the ceilings were open. So we got all of that. We've got that crew working, and they should be complete by the first student day, obviously, with all the cleaning. Contractors are going to be working over the weekend. We've got a couple areas that they're still installing the ceiling tiles and everything. And we have some lighting that won't be complete until we get the fixtures that come in. Unfortunately, we had some damages with the lighting, and they're just on back order to come in. But we have strategically placed the lights that won't get installed in all the areas where students won't be, like maintenance closets and such like that. So we have a plan for that. The contractor had some items in the bus lot, and that is all going to be moved by first student day if it's not already moved. Once in the upcoming weeks, we'll have to go through and do the test and balancing, the temperature control programming, and gym lights were not installed because that was our staging area and they were delayed in shipments. So we're targeting that sometime either over Labor Day, or we've got some professional development days coming up that we can take advantage of. They're going to need about 3 to 4 days to complete that project. So we need a good chunk of time, and the kids won't be able to use the gym at that time, so we're going to be watching the weather to make sure that they can go outside
So
and
there are
still
no
do
lights
that.
in the gyms?
We have lights in the gym, it's
The old
just the old ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
as long
it's
as
not the
they're
LED, we just need to get to switch them over.
That sounds
So yeah, it's just a matter of getting a window where we can install. We did have some damage during the process. It's minimal. I will say minimal. I was hoping for a repaint of the hallways possibly, because sometimes that damage happens with the construction and the contractors will have to do that, but they were very careful to that point. So no, we have one TV that was damaged, they'll replace, and then we have carpet tiles, some that were stained in the process that weren't so protected. It was agreed upon between the district that we will just bill them for time and effort and materials. We've got backstop for it, so it's really not that much. So there is a little bit of damage. But overall, we're very excited about the progress. Here are some pictures here of the new lighting. The lighting is very similar to the other 2 buildings that have had these projects. You also have lighting controls like the classrooms do over at Oak Hill and Three Creeks, with the 3 different stages of lighting levels that you can have in there, and it just really brightens up the classroom so much with this LED, and it's going to help with our energy consumption there as well. So it's been going really well. The custodial staff and the staff in general over at that have worked through the summer, our office staff have done a great job rolling with the punches that we have during a construction summer slam, and thank them all for pitching in here on this project, because it's they made it happen so that we can open school on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
That's all we have.
All right, board members report?
I have a report, the NICEC board report. There were a lot of things going on, but specifically for Tri-Creek, as mentioned by Superintendent Anderson, personnel is the big thing. Last month, we approved quite a few people that have replaced people that resigned and retired and all that. And last night, we found out that many of them, there were like 6 or 7 of them collectively, that just quit. They were accepted, approved and everything, And then they found another job that paid more, and they just said, we're not coming, we're finished. And Mr. Anderson knows the impact that we're gonna have here. So the dilemma of getting qualified educators, special ed teachers, aides, the whole gamut, is nationwide, and it's affecting everybody. The commitment part and the dedication to honor their commitment doesn't seem to be there anymore, so that was a traumatizing thing. As a preventive maintenance, trying to instill the people that are there, the qualified people that are there that were maybe considering looking somewhere else, NICEC has been offering stipends to keep them. It's a one-time stipend, but nonetheless, it's in the area of $3,000 up to $9,000 for one position that was really a high quality position. So those are the efforts that are being made to try to retain and attract new personnel.
So NICEC has a new director. Their business financial officer just
Lisa was
resigned, and actually Lisa Rosinko used to be from Lowell.
Yeah, her
So
daughter,
she resigned, and then we got staffing. So
she's going to be with her kid in Michigan, so
Oh.
it's not to get a better job.
She's probably nearing retirement, huh?
She wouldn't admit to that.
Yeah.
She said she's too young for that.
She was my cheer coach.
Oh, I'm
Probably
sure.
is too.
yeah, so NICEC's struggling
They are,
a
yeah.
little bit, and we're going to have to really educate our families of that struggle. It's heavy in special ed, but it's starting to bleed over into gen ed too.
Yep.
So we're gonna be down 4 teachers and 6 paras.
Mhm. Yeah, I talked to the principals today, said you need to go ahead and start securing subs, and most likely they'll be in those classrooms for a while. I just don't know how we're going to magically find 4 teachers. We're just a part of the bigger NICEC pie, and I think as of 2 weeks ago, they had 19 openings. So, and if they just had resignations,
I was surprised there were a few new teachers from Crown Point here tonight.
Yeah. I know, we're getting a few.
hey, we're getting,
students.
and their students.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait till they see our athletic complex.
I was not able to attend our meeting yesterday for the intermediate school as I was on vacation. However, I did talk to Kevin as I was driving 8094 home this afternoon, and it sounds like things are going really well, that we were able to kind of figure out some of the spacing and rooms in this building here at the middle school that will allow us to set up the intermediate school how we want, which is 5th and 6th grade completely staying separate from the middle school kiddos, 7th and 8th grade. We've really narrowed all of those big rocks down. So now we're on pebbles and sand, figuring out all of those little things before we open next year. But it's going really well, and it's moving in a great direction. Kevin can answer.
You were pointing this way, I was getting nervous.
Kevin's gotcha.
Anybody else? All righty, moving on. All right, approve the minutes of the meeting held on Thursday, July 27th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Number 2, approve the payroll and claims.
I'll make the motion to approve the payroll and claims.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Personnel. Approved personnel report dated Thursday, August 10th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve the personnel report.
I'll second.
Nate can second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Just one member on the we added as of, I believe this afternoon, I want to draw attention to that we do have a candidate for your approval tonight for the position of lead mechanic at the Transportation Center, Mr. Robert Lalonde. He comes to us, he lives in Demont, but he is currently the lead mechanic at KV Schools, Kankakee Valley over there. So he is coming here to join our group. He's been there since March of 2022. He has a diesel mechanic background, obviously, and worked prior to that at a landscaping company there, maintaining all of their equipment on very large scale, lots of mechanical work there. He also served our country for 8 years as a military police officer during Operation Iraqi Freedom. So he has a background there as well, criminal justice degree as well. So he is, he had going recommendations from anyone we called, and I'm happy to report that. On the same hand, I also want to thank Ron Lambert for stepping up and helping us during this time when we needed a mechanic, especially during the important time of our inspection, bus inspection that occurred in the first week of July there, where we had 2 buses have to make a double pass, but there were minor issues, and they were the same minor issues that KV had too. So it was an alarm and a light. So Ron really stepped up and helped us like he always has. He's been a great employee here as well. So I just wanted to recognize him too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other? All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Excellent. Approve the recommended modifications of the Lowell Middle School and Lowell High School student athletic handbooks.
Motion second and
I'll make a
discussion.
motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Yes. So the athletic directors took your feedback from the last meeting, and they are implementing changes. One of the immediate changes we'd like to make is for the students who are on their 3rd violation. Currently, they're not allowed to practice or compete. This modification tonight would extract the word practice so that they could go on get to practice, and then their 6-month review for some of them are mid-September, and then that way those athletes will be have conditioned with the team and could enter play.
Yes.
And so this is a short term. The long term will be forthcoming.
I strongly agree with that because they're still getting punished by not being able to compete in the actual competitions, but it's keeping them part of the team and keeping them doing something.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Otherwise, they're sitting on the couch.
Exactly, or doing something else that's.
Or worse.
Yes.
And of course, if they continue with whatever bad behavior they had, then they would be excluded from all that, but they
Exactly.
are given an additional chance.
Right, gets them back in. I
Right.
like it.
Sounds
Sounds great.
good to me. This actually might be a good opportunity to just, I met with Patty after our board meeting, and Ms. Patrick, to discuss a little bit more in depth what we were talking about. And we kind of, in the discussion, we're brainstorming, we might not see every overhaul that we're looking to get in this handbook revision, but one thing we left on is maybe a revised code of conduct that's a few pages and not a whole book with all the policy and everything else that is developed with a team of student athletes, coaches, and administrators to just revamp and revitalize what we're doing to follow along the lines that we kind of discussed at the last meeting. So I'm excited about where that's going to lead, and Patty seems really excited about doing it as well with students.
Good. Anybody, anything else? All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Business operations. Number one, approve the agreement between Tri-Creek School Corporation and South Lake Pop Warner Football and Cheerleading to use the old middle school football field for the sum of $1 for the term of 1 year beginning August 1st, 2023 through July 31st, 2024.
I'll make the motion. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
So, nothing has changed since the last meeting. We had tabled it, because Pop Warner had indicated, hey, look, they had some concerns with the mower, perhaps we could pay you, perhaps. And then, as I understand, there was a community member that has volunteered a mower. I did send the contract back to Pop Warner, indicating that I understand the issue has been resolved. Let me know if you have any concerns. I have not heard anything, so we can go ahead and push this forward, and then it's ready for them to sign.
Yeah.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion passes. Accept a donation from Dairy Queen, Lowell, Indiana, in the form of 50 Blizzard coupons valued at $185 for Lowell High School students. Number two, accept a donation from Lowell United Methodist Church, Lowell, Indiana, in the form of 2 bags of school supplies for Lake Prairie Elementary School students in need.
I'll make a motion to accept the 2 donations.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Blizzard does sound delicious. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion passes.
You can buy us all one after this.
Oh, yeah. Public participation.
We all have nothing to add.
I think that's the sugar talk.
The first day back will be Wednesday, August 16th. Our next meeting will be Thursday, August 24th. And back to school night is Monday, right?
For the elementary.
For elementary schools, it will be Monday. Hey, what time?
No, that's us.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
it better not be at 2:15.
that's us. All right.
We got a lot of pissed off parents. Anything else? Meeting adjourned.
It's pretty close.
Go get